Shalom. Shalom. I came to start. I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Kakadash. Give honor to the apostles and elders, great most on the Shalom to the Akim teaching his word to the four corners and with sincerity. Back another lesson through the spirit and power. Hey, by Hashem Yahushai, Lord willing, it's edifying. And basically, Lord willing is also straight to the point. Basically going into, Cain and Abel. Okay, we understand the story. About Cain and Abel. Cain slew his brother. Okay, but just gonna basically go into more precepts with it. Okay. I'm gonna start with Genesis 4 and 1. It says, and Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord Yahweh. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Right, so Cain was basically in the field. Cain was in the field. Okay, it says, in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord Yahweh. And before I continue, I want to go into their names. Okay, and what their names mean. Okay, because that Cain is also we believe Cain is also Esau, man. Okay, it's the same spirit. Okay, we believe Abel will be represent Jacob. Okay, because it's damn near the same thing. The same story. But the story with Jacob and Esau. Esau didn't kill. Jacob. Abel. You go into the word Abel. It says Hebel, but in Hebrew I believe it's Habal. Okay, and it goes into breath. Okay, breath, breathing. It says calmly use of anything transitory. Okay, we know that his life, Abel didn't live that long because of what Cain did, unto him. Okay, and the scripture said life is like a vapor, I believe, in James. Where is that? James 4:13. James 4:13, it says, go to now, ye that say today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away, right? Okay, for that ye ought to say of the Lord, we shall live and do this and do that, right? Okay, so use Abel for an example. His life wasn't that long, okay, because Cain killed him, okay, because of his jealousy, because of his anger, going to the verse, it says, in the NLT, it says, how do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? Your life is like the morning fog. It is here a little, and then it's gone. What you ought to say is, if the Lord wants us to, we will live or do this or do that. And going into, how we say, Lord willing, we this, will they do. It's like I'm stuttering, saying we'll say, Lord willing, we do this tomorrow. Or Lord willing, we'll do this or that. Okay? Because again, we don't control what goes on in our lives. It's ultimately from Yahweh Shai. Okay? Scripture say, going to man. Okay? So we don't control what we do. Okay? You may feel like you do, but you really don't. It's the Lord that allows it to happen. Okay? But back in Genesis 4 and 3, it says, in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought fruit of the ground of an offering unto the Lord Yahweh. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his fruit, of his flocks, and the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And why, was that the case? Because we understand, the scriptures also say that basically the Lord requires, blood. Okay? The Lord requires blood. Hebrews 9, I believe that's verse 22 or 12. Yeah, Hebrews 9 and 22, it says, and almost all things are by the law purged with blood, and without shedding of blood is no remission. All right, so in the NLT, it says, in fact, according to the law of Moses, Nearly everything was purified with blood, for without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness, right? Basically, Cain, he was supposed to basically give blood, but he didn't do that. Okay, well, I ain't gonna say he didn't do that. He didn't want to do that. Okay, because to show you, because Abel, what did Abel do? He brought his flock, he brought the fat thereof. Okay, and what did Cain do? He did the exact opposite, man. You knowing, okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna continue. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin light at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him." All right, so the Lord's telling him, hey, basically, you could try again. Basically, you could try again. Okay, but he ain't want to do that. Okay, because again, he's the wicked. He is wicked. Okay, and it's because it says sin light at the door, because he's wicked. He's gonna keep on, doing wickedness, man. Okay, he chose not to do it again. He was like, damn. If I'm gonna continue reading, it says, and Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Right, so he he just got mad as he was like, damn, I'm just gonna kill my brother. Okay, that's the conclusion that it came into his head, because again, he can't do good. Okay, the scriptures tell you that. I'm gonna get Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. It says, "That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered." That's right. And Cain, he was basically made crooked. So him not giving a good offering and him killing his brother. Okay, he that's how he is. He's not gonna. He wasn't thinking about, damn, maybe I should try again. Maybe I should, give a better offering. Now he came to, now I'm just gonna kill my brother, man. Okay, because ultimately he didn't love his brother. Okay, you get Job 21. 22. It says, Shall any teach the Most High's knowledge, seeing he judgeth those that are high? What's this or this? It's like here. Start at 13. It says, they spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Going into Esau, it says, therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. Cain, okay, he was supposed to give one good offering. He did the exact opposite. Okay, he said, what is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit shall we have if we pray unto him? That right, this is what he's thinking. This is what his Esau thinking in his mind. Like, like, why should we serve him? Why should we pray unto him? Going to the example with Cain was like, why should I get a good offering? I'm just gonna give him this. I'm gonna give him what I want to give. Okay. It says, in fact, I'm reading the NLT. It says, what is the Almighty and why should we obey him? Cain, man, he chose not to obey, the Lord, man. Okay, he lied. Matter of fact, I might, spoil it. It says in 16. It says, "Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me." That's right, man. Okay, so he can't do good. It's not in him to do good. And if it look like he is doing good, he's lying. It's a facade. Okay. Go back to Genesis 4 and what was that? 8. It says, and Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Right, he straight up killed him, man. Okay, he straight up killed him. And it says, and the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Right, so the Lord basically lied to Yahweh Shemel Shai. He lied to him. So the Lord put up him like, yo, where your brother at? He was like, I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? You are your brother's keeper, man. Okay. So he just lied straight up, to the Lord. He says, and it says, and he said, why hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto her strength. That's right, because you look at Esau now. What does he do? Okay, he keeps on pulling and pulling from the ground. He don't give the ground he don't give the land Sabbath. Okay, he just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling, man. So the earth is not even giving what it's supposed to, not giving the strength it's supposed to. Okay, it says a fugitive and a vagabond shall not be in the earth, right? Esau don't got no goddamn home, man. Okay, he goes all over the earth, puts embassies in different nations, man. Okay, like it's his shit, okay? Because that's how he is, man. Fugitive and a vagabond that shall be in the earth. You can see, because again I said it's the same spirit, okay? It's the same spirit. And continuing on, it says, and Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. That's right. That's the punishment that the Lord gave him. Okay, before I get that, I wanted to get Job 14. And 4, it says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean, not one. Basically backing up that Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. Okay, him being made crooked. Okay, and it says who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean, not one. So right, Esau is basically made, unclean. He's not right. Okay, he's not right, and he can't be right. Scripture also tell you in Hebrews 12 and 16. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for a morsel of meat sold his birthright. Okay, and we understand that account with Jacob and Esau. Okay, it says a profane person, profane going into basically outside the temple. Okay, outside the temple. Okay, Esau's not right, he's unholy. Okay, go back to Genesis 4 13. It says, and Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face thus shall I be hid, and shall be a fugitive and vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. Right? And we understand that's going into that leprosy that the Lord gave him, man. Okay. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, therefore, so whosoever say Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. The Lord Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him. And that's another reason why we can't even touch, Esau, right? Say Jake kill a Edomite, right? Or kill a cop and kill a Edomite, right? They go throw Jake under the jail. They go kill Jake, man. Okay? Because we're not supposed to touch him. Okay, we gotta wait on Yahweh Shah to do that. Okay? Gotta wait on the Lord. But I'm gonna get 1 John 3. Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna get John 8 and 44. It says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. Right? He went into what Cain means, spear. Okay. It says he was a murderer from the beginning, right? He killed his brother. It says, and abode not in the truth, right? Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it, right? The scriptures also call this man, the children of the devil. And what does devil mean? Deceiver. Okay? So all he does is lie. Okay, and it says, and because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Right? I was talking to Israel, man. Talking to Israelites, man. Okay, because they're in the spirit of Korwan. Okay? That's how you say Cain in a Hebrew. Okay? They're in that same spirit. We tell our people the truth and they don't believe us. Okay? So to say, as the ruler is, so shall the people be. Sirach 10. Okay? So the people are the same way. Our people act like a bunch of heathens and bunch of Edomites, man. To be honest. Okay? Now I'm gonna get 1 John 3. Start at 8. It says, he that committed sin is of the devil. For the devil sinned from the beginning. Right? Wicked Cain, what did he do? Killed his brother. It says, for this purpose, the Son of the Most High was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil, right? And it really is the Lord, letting, we see what Esau doing now. It's the Lord that's letting him do it. Okay? Using Esau, man. It says, whosoever is born of the Most High doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of the Most High. Not saying that they don't sin, but basically their sins are forgiven of them. They're looked as perfect. You look at Noah. What does it say about Noah? Sirach. In Sirach 44 and 17 it says, Noah was found perfect and righteous in the time of wrath, where he was taken in exchange for the world. Therefore was he left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. Not saying that specific men don't go off, but that they're looked at as perfect in the eyes of Yahweh Shai. Okay. Continuing on, it says, where was it? 10, it says, in this the children of Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil, right? The children of the Most High, who are they? The Israelites. And the children of the devil is Esau, the Edomites. Okay. It says, whosoever doeth not righteousness is not the Most High, neither he that loveth is not his brother. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. Right? And using an example in the next verse, it says, not as Cain, right? Because what did Cain do? He killed his brother. Okay? Who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother, and wherefore slew he him? Because his works were evil, and his brother's righteous. Right? Okay? Again, looking at comparing it to Jacob and Esau, man. Okay, you got the righteous brother, and you got the wicked brother. Okay? It's basically the same story, but Esau ain't kill him. Okay? Esau wanted to. I'm going to get it too. Okay, it says, marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. We know that we have passed from death unto life, because we love the brethren. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death, right? Abideth meaning to remain. Okay, remain. Right, so we supposed to, love each other, man. Love the brethren. Okay, Scripture say, let brotherly love continue. Okay? It says, whosoever hated his brother is a murderer, right? So if you hate your brother, you don't even have to kill him. If you just hate your brother, the Lord is considering you a murderer, man. Okay, and it says, and that no murderer had eternal life abiding in him. Right, so hey, you hate your brother, you basically a murderer, man, because there should be no reason why you should be hating on the next man, out there prophesying with you. Both of y'all, making y'all bodies a living sacrifice for y'all Bashim Shai. Okay? You better go on a fast and start praying to the Lord. Get that off you. Okay? Because we all working towards the same painting. We all working towards the same thing. There's no reason there should be hate. Brothers they squabble at times, but it should be no hate, like holding grudges and shit. Shouldn't be doing that. Okay? But I want to get because it said in 8 says that he might destroy the works of the devil. You get 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, and he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. So right, it's the Lord, letting Esau do what he's doing right now. Okay, it's already happening. I believe I got it here. Yeah, the mystery of iniquity, it's already happening. Okay, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Right, we understand that Esau is being revealed and exposed through the mouth of the Yahweh Shai, which would be the prophets, going out there every week, making videos throughout the week, basically exposing who he is. Okay, and it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Shaitan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right. What it said in John, it said the works of the devil. Okay, it says, and with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness, and them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Right. And already John 8:44, it says, because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Right. So though 2/3 of our people, okay, because they ain't received the word, because they ain't want to. Okay, they go get destroyed, man. It's plain and simple. It says, for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, and they shall believe a lie. Right, so it's the Lord sending them a delusion, a lie, and they believe in it. Okay, it says that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. Talking to Israel, man. Okay, they having pleasure in their wickedness. Okay, they didn't choose to fear the Lord. They didn't choose to abide in this truth. Okay, but it says, we were bound to give thanks always to the Most High for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because the Most High had from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth, right? It says from the beginning. Okay, who was there in the beginning, man? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai too. Okay, and the elect, man. Okay, you know. And so, man, there are men here on the scene that was with Yahweh Shai from the beginning. You know, so that's what we all fighting towards, man. Okay, to get delivered and be part of the elect. I want to get Jacob in. I just want to get 1 point. Try that. Let's start that. So I did bring out Hebrews 12:16. We'll start at 20. I don't make it too long. Genesis 27, it started at 24. I can't even start there. Started 22 and it says, and Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him and said, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. He had discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, and his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him and said, matter of fact, can't even start there. It's lucky. I'm just gonna start right there. It's lucky. It says, he brought me near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac called to him, come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field, which the Lord Yahweh had blessed, right? We went to Cain, he said he was the tiller of the ground, because he be in the field, you know, same thing, you know, with Esau, okay? But in this, you know, Jacob is pretending to be Esau, okay? Because Esau sold his birthright for some meat, okay? It says, it says, and he said, art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless me. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelt the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field, which Lord Yahweh had blessed. Therefore the Most High gave thee the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn. So, right, so he got the blessing. And through the Spirit, okay, you know, he was supposed to get the blessing. Okay, the Lord already set it up. Lord already set it up like that to happen. Okay, you go to Romans 9. You go to Romans 9 and 10. It says, and not this only, but when Rebekah had also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, either having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. And whose their children that was not yet born? Okay, Jacob and Esau, man. And it says it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, right? Because we understand that's going to be in the kingdom, okay? It says, and it was written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. But shall we say then, is there righteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Right? The Lord do what he want, man. Okay, you can't say nothing. You know, it says, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. Okay. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, and I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout the earth. Therefore had he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and on whom he will hardeneth. Therefore it will say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? Right, the Lord do what he want, man. So the way that the Lord set it up, Okay, it was Jacob. Jacob was supposed to get it. Because Lord ain't fuck with Esau. Okay, he still don't fuck with Esau to this day. Okay, you know. Just it's 26. It's like that was it says, it was at Genesis 27 and 29. It says, and let people serve thee. Yeah, it said, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. And cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blessed thee. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting, right? So yeah, man, that's how the Lord set it up, because again, the Lord don't fuck with Esau, man. It's you look at the story with Cain and Abel, okay? How Abel gave the right offering, Cain didn't, and what did Cain do? He killed him, okay? So that's that same spirit, Continuing on, it says, and he had made Sarah meat and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, that my father arise and eat of his son venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, am I thy son, thy firstborn Esau? Right? So Isaac was like, he said, who are you? Who are you? And it says, and Esau was like, it's me. And he said, and Isaac trembled, and Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, who? Where is he that had taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten all before thou camest, and I have blessed him, yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, so Esau was basically crying, And he said, thy brother came with subtlety, right? Because Jake supplanted him. Okay, Jacob supplanted him. Okay. And it says, thy brother came with subtlety and had taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times, and he took away my birthright. Right? And you look at Esau, the fucking lion, man. Okay. He said we took it away. He gave it to Jake. He gave it to him for some meat. Okay. And he says, behold, now had he had taken away my blessing, and he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Okay. It says in Isaac, answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren that have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. What shall I do now to thee, my son? Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing? My father blessed me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. It says, and Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live. Thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that shall break his yoke from off thy neck. Right? So, Esau got supplanted from Jake, and really that's how the Lord had it set up. Okay, because Esau was the firstborn, he's supposed to get it. Like the Lord, the scripture said the Lord do whatever he want. Okay. And it says, skip down to 42, it says, after 41, it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing whereof his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. That's right, man. So, hey, with Cain and Abel, what did Cain do? The first thing that came to his mind was, I'm finna kill Abel. And Esau, the first thing that came to his mind was, I'm trying to try to kill Jacob, man. So it's the same thing, man. Okay, same thing. Okay, but it's like the video too long. With that, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Al-Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, gave millstone and Shalom, to the Akim teaching this word, do it for according to the truth, sincerity, keep pushing Akim was out of here. Shalom.